All right, so chapter 7, Stinky. Mr. Scary put our elephants on his desk. He did a sigh at May and me. Then he went to the board and he thought for a minute. Okay, you two, I'm going to put your friends on our thankful list, but I am not happy with the way you behaved just now. And we definitely will talk about this later, he said. Roger looked over at us. Welcome to the club, he said. Mr. Scary frowned at him. Then he added our elephants to the list on the board. After he finished, he stood back and he read the list out loud. Cranberry jelly in a can. Number 2, exploding biscuits. Number 3, Nipsy Doodles. Number 4, rainbow sprinkles. Number 5, toilet paper. Number 6, money. Number 7, Philip Johnny Bob. And number 8, Police Sergeant Chuck. Well, he said, this list might not win us a pumpkin pie, but it certainly is unusual, isn't it? I smiled and nodded. Yes, I said, plus we don't even care about the pumpkin pie. Remember, pumpkin pie makes us vomit. Mr. Scary looked at me. Yes, I do remember that, Junie B, but thank you for mentioning it again. Not a problem, I said. Just then, Lenny waved his hand real urgent. Ooh, here's a little pumpkin pie trick I learned last Thanksgiving, he said. I don't actually swallow the pie. Instead, I just keep it in my mouth until my grandmother thinks I swallowed it, and then I run into the bathroom and I spit it in the sink. Mr. Scary closed his eyes. Good to know, Len. Lucille jumped up and did a fluff. I have a pumpkin pie trick too, she said. First, I put the pie on my fork. Then I plop it in the rich, expensive napkin that is on my lap, and I wad it all up, and then I skip it into the kitchen, and I give it to our rich, expensive chef. She did a few more fluffs. After that, I don't know what happens to it. Then she spun herself back into her chair. All of room 1 thought for a minute. Then other children started calling out pumpkin pie tricks too, and so Mr. Scary quick held up his hand. Stop. Please, boys and girls, I get it that you don't like pumpkin pie. It's just that I don't want anyone to be disappointed if we don't win the contest. All of us looked around at each other. Then Herbert raised his hand. But see, we think that you're the one who is disappointed, Mr. Scary, he said. May said that you hate our thankful list because we're not being thankful for the right stuff. May popped up from her seat. I tried to get them to change it, Mr. Scary. My mother, Mrs. Mary Murky, made us a brand new thankful list you would really like. But everyone wanted to stay with Nipsy Doodles and exploding biscuits, so it's their fault we won't win the disgusting pie for you. I looked at her real angry. I would like to explode a biscuit on your head right now. Everyone laughed, except not May and not Mr. Scary. He did a glare at me. Whoops, sorry, I said. That was very too harsh. Mr. Scary turned back to the class. Boys and girls, believe me. I will not be disappointed if we don't win the pumpkin pie, I promise. He paused for a second. Then his face got a little smile on it, and he made his voice real secret. Shh, don't tell anyone, okay? But I don't like pumpkin pie either. Room 1 got very quiet. Then all of us started laughing at once, because sometimes teachers are just like normal people almost. Mr. Scary looked at the clock. Okay, everyone, I think we have time for 2 more thankful items before lunch. Who would like to go next, he said. Shirley raised her hand. I would, she said. I have been waiting to show this all morning. Then she quick stood up, and she reached into her thankful bag, and she pulled out a box of sausages, she shouted. I am thankful for sausages. Mr. Scary raised his eyebrows. Sausages, Shirley? Really? Yes, she said. Sausages are little sausage snacks for dogs, and last year when my dog Stinky got sick, he couldn't take his pills to get better. So my mother stuck his pills in sausages, and then Stinky ate them, and he got better, and so sausages saved Stinky's life. Whoa, said Herbert. Wow, said Lenny. That is a powerful sausage story, Shirley. I know it. We are trying to get it made into a major motion picture starring Stinky. After that, she passed around a sausage snack, plus also she passed around a picture of Stinky. Mr. Scary went to the board and he wrote number 9, sausages. Then he winked at Shirley and he added number 10, Stinky. Shirley beamed from ear to ear. All of room 1 beamed too. The day was getting happier. Tomorrow we'll read chapter 8 called 3 Squeezes. See you at math.